Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4, The Great War, with me, Alpha Omega, in Austria-Hungary. It looks like the whole world is burning, but it's just some storm clouds. On the other hand, France must feel like their entire world is burning, as their counteroffensive has turned into a counter-defeat, where we have failed to hold the city of Rem and were pushed back away from Paris, but we pushed, actually remember, this was the original line, so we pushed through Dijon all the way almost to Vichy, and we are now threatening Orléans, Tours, and Mogues. The forces here are extremely weak. They're trying to counter-attack, but I don't think they have enough power to do that, which is amazing. So I'm pretty sure that we're gonna hold this one for at least a bit. On the other hand, the situation as far as supplies go is pretty dire. There are no supply hubs that I can see here, so it's pretty much just limited to the local infrastructure and state production, which is insane. Now, I've checked some of your comments regarding the railway here. I didn't understand most of them. You guys can backtrack, or to some of you on your comments, so whatever. But I decided that one point that you mentioned is that the border here is really struggling. And that's true, because most of our supply come from Nice, from the port of Nice. Actually, is there a port in Nice, or is there no port in Nice? I just realized there might not be a port. There's not a port in Nice. Ah, okay. So then it comes from this port then. And it means that the north is fairly devoid of supplies. So what I decided to do is build up a supply hub here and some railway. And as the supply hub is going to take some time, I don't think we're going to see it anytime soon. It's actually going to be ready next year, early next year. But still, it can help. It can help with any future offensives. Now, we could also try to build some supply hubs here, which is what you guys suggested that I do. But again, this is the matter of utility. I do not intend to have a line here in a year. Instead, I think we ought to look at where the enemy has the supply hubs and try to steal those. They don't really have any. To get one in Orléans, and that's about that. Damn, okay, they got one in Marseille and in Toulon, but those are ports. Jesus, fighting in France is a nightmare. There are no supplies here. I mean, the infrastructure is high. Yeah, it's maxed, so at least that's something. And when the Germans are gonna repair it, it's gonna get better, but holy hell, it is not contingent with massive campaigns. I guess nobody really expected that there will be a massive campaign in deep France. Sure, that reminds me, what does it look like in here, in our territory? Yeah, the same way. There are no supply hubs in the central area. Interesting. Well, what we're going to do here is, after we unpause, is that we need to let the line stabilize a bit. Actually, you guys can stay here. We don't really need to support it anymore. And I kind of like you, if I can. You're not very strong, but there is still a possibility to attack here and strike these guys, which we are going to do once these guys leave. Hold on. Let's do it our border. That one is stupid. These two divisions are gonna leave, which means that there's gonna be only... Okay. So the Germans are trying to attack them, which is fine, I guess. You guys are defending, so I'm not gonna use you for that attack. But if this division is leaving in 5 hours, then we can strike them, because they will have only... Oh, come on, they keep shifting it around. Will it leave or will it not leave? That is the question. If it does, then we can strike on that province. And actually, as we are repelling their attack here, we might actually strike at it from 2 directions. Okay, I'm gonna start by striking from 1 direction. And if it goes well, we're gonna add... Yeah, attack from the south. Yep. Okay. Now, let's see. You guys are all terrible, but I don't think that there is a big chance of an attack here. Yep, and this ought to work well. This might be the very last part of the offense. I mean, they are going to try to reinforce here. When will you guys arrive? In 8 hours. It might be very much too late. In 2 hours. Okay, so what do we have here? We have some divisions here. They're not gonna stop them, but they might be big enough to, yep, to do this. Okay, now you guys can retreat, because this poor unit and their friends don't know what hit them. Okay, you guys need to hold. That's your biggest... Yeah, you're not gonna hold it now, brothers. We are on the move, and while we're on the move, there is not much that can stop us. Your units are just gonna get decimated here, but feel free to throw them in. Okay, so this is how it's gonna go, huh? We'll just keep... Okay, yeah, got it now. The defenses are crippled, but Germans are gonna support that area. And once the defenses have been taken over by the Germans, I'm gonna retreat my units back into the mainland, and we will try to give them a bit of a rest. After which I feel we might attack. This is Troy or this is Troy? I'm not sure where the city lies on. Yeah, on this bank. Okay, gotcha. Guys, seriously, defend. Defend the area. Defend the area. Okay, well, we're winning. That alone is great. I mean, would there be space for counter-offensive? So it looks like there might be the, you know, some space here to move north. You guys are resting, and this attack is breaking them apart. We just need to... Ah, god damn it! That's what I was afraid. They actually managed to push us back. That is unfortunate. Well, we'll push it forward again. I mean, whoever gets there is gonna get decimated, so it's not a big issue. We might recapture it, but this is not very contingent with fast-moving offensives and great plans. Yeah, throw in 10 divisions. That's a great idea. Okay, actually the Germans are covering our asses here, which is amazing. Yeah, but I think the momentum is actually lost. We weren't supposed to get pushed back again. Yep. Okay. So there is a lot of Germans here to hold the line. So you guys need to recuperate. Let's send you... Because this is the closest supply hub, so let's send you over there. I'm gonna have you retreat and recuperate there, rest and enjoy, and then we'll see what we can do. Yeah, I mean, I could start building supply hubs left and right here, but I don't think that is the right way. But this entire area is gonna break if we attack it. How's the Navy doing? Did you guys repair? Are you already back in action? You are. Okay, we don't have the patrols there though, so they don't know. Patrol, and you guys are gonna raid the convoys. Because we need to report the enemies so that we can strike them. With the might of our hammer. And they're really doing a bad job at protecting these areas. So if we let our units reinforce quickly, a quick push to take these three might be possible. Or south. Actually, south looks pretty good. This area is super weak. I don't know, these are Portuguese division. I don't know, I think those will be very much able to resist us. So we'll see. Give them a bit of time, and then we're gonna push. I mean, connecting our areas here is super important. Okay, so the Australian white cruiser and a convoy has been sunk here. Good. We're rocking the boat again. Attacking in Troy would be nice, but I have a feeling that we could only attack from one direction and the other direction would be across the river. So I'm not exactly happy about that. These are just gendarme brigades, so they ought to be extremely weak. So let's try it. Let's attack here. Because holding this area would be pretty good, much better than the south, and I mean in the south we are doing good. They're launching an offensive on us. Oh hey, we actually advanced, I think. Cool. And this entire area is super weak. And I mean super weak. These guys as well. So let's send you guys here. And you guys here. We're gonna try to launch. I'm actually gonna use the infantry units to support here, but in case we get through, I'd like to launch an attack here as well. Yeah, the tungsten situation is just awful. Mexican opposition would provide us with tungsten, or Peru. Russia has exactly one tungsten. That's great, isn't it? Yeah, we're defending here and trying to attack over there. I think I'm gonna stop your attack because I don't think those give us anything else than headache. And these infantry divisions are not very strong. So let's hope that the push here will be successful. I'd like to take these three territories next, because this one will be very nicely defendable, and these ones will be also very defendable, considering that they will be, their border is basically a river, and with a bit of luck we might actually swoop towards Orleans here. Because they don't really have that many forts. They got 7 divisions here, but those seem really like super weak. Infantry divisions have nothing to throw against us. I'm confused how that works. We're doing on equipment. Really, we're doing really awesome on equipment. We might want to get more tanks to the front lines, if this is how it's gonna be. Oh, I actually should speed it up. We were waiting for such a long time, basically nothing. Okay, so let's plan this correctly. I'd like you guys to attack here and be supported by these two divisions, and I'd like you guys to attack here, and I wanted you to be supported by the neighboring division, but I don't think that's possible. So let's see how it's gonna go. Not very well. Well, okay, they got an American division there. Okay, well that's better. Now we're winning, and we're also winning here. Amazing job, guys. Keep it going. Yeah, this is going great. This one is amazing. And so is this one. What we just need to do is stop any movement this way. Okay, good. Let's speed it up. We might have a good thing going on here. Okay, only one division defending here. Gotcha. So how does it look? Ah, they're fully... and they're fully equipped. So I'll just keep you here because we're gonna launch an attack on this area next. Once we repel the attackers here. Okay, the border is moving, and we got engineering company level 4. Maintaining local mobility while constructing what would previously have been considered permanent fortifications and supply systems. Combat engineers of the future will ensure that no matter where our troops are attacked, they will be prepared. +1 entrenchment. It's not great. Yeah, and there is a huge jump here. Armor train, Motorgeschütz. What about here? Oh yeah, it's gonna take a huge amount of time. Soft attack, army breakthrough, huh? Let's get support weapons. Hey, we sank a Japanese transport ship. And we sank... this is... where is this? India? Indian destroyer. Feels like we might have a bit of a control in this area now. Yeah, 100% naval supremacy. Good. So in case we ever want to launch that naval invasion, that's the time to do it. Okay, so please repel and kill these guys. And we can now... the Germans are attacking, huh? Okay. We can now attack here when the time is right. And the time is right when the German attack miserably fails. And that ought to be extremely easy. It actually is. That actually is. And once the Germans and our divisions actually take their place here, these three divisions are going to move over here. I'm not going to try to push to here, because that will protect us slightly better. Yeah, the front for the French is breaking. They're trying to desperately attack all across it, but we're winning everywhere. Unfortunate as it is for them, it is great for us. Well, they are trying to reinforce, but it's not exactly working to their favor. Man, this division is just getting wrecked. It's getting as wrecked as our transports are. Come on, we need to break you and then we're golden. Yep. Now this is... Oh hell, look at that strength. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm not entirely sure if we have enough strength to attack here, but these are not... Those are Tunisian troops. I don't really know... And yeah, there's one Tunisian division here, but the rest is actually much stronger. Let's not do that. I don't think we have the tenacity anymore. We're gonna try once our divisions are in position, but this is not looking good. Okay, supply usage is decreased by 5% for every single unit that has the logistics company. That makes me happy. Let's go with the 1930 towed artillery. We have the time. I mean, we can research it for 3 years. Okay, what's going on in the Middle East? Nothing. Naval Invasion. Pretty sure we repelled it. Okay, let's end the episode here. Russia grew its army to 1 million, and the Ottomans grew it to 450,000, though I don't really think they're doing much. I don't know, I mean, they're still involved in the conflict, so they ought to faith in Allah, and they're researching, so hopefully they might attack someone somewhere, but we'll see. Anyway, the border has moved, the bulge into France is bigger, and in the next episode we're going to try to take these two areas. Basically we're doing the different thing than the Allies did. What they did was take Belgium and then make the, what was it called, the rush to the sea, I think is the term in English. And they basically had it, wait no, they have it here, right? It was around here. Or here? Well, not sure, but this in this area basically. And what we're doing is that we're ignoring the sea in Belgium, which is impenetrable for us. We've seen that happen many times. And instead we're rushing into central France, which is pushing them nicely towards capitulation. Still much less than when we had the Rem and these parts of Champagne. But, you know, the deeper we get, the better it is. The problem is that, unfortunately, we are not encircling or destroying any of their units, which is not possible at this point. But, you know, what's not now might be. Eventually we might try to rush towards sea and destroy all of Belgium, but we'll see how it's going to go.